Listen to what's going on in Wyoming. They have apparently introduced a bill that would compel the state to prepare for a complete collapse of the federal government, laying plans for an alternative currency, a standing army raised via a military draft in Wyoming. It's called House Bill 85, passed on the first reading by a voice vote. It would create a state-run government continuity task force which would study and prepare Wyoming for potential catastrophes, from disruptions in food and energy supplies to a complete meltdown of the federal government. Gerald Celente, founder and director of the Trends Research Institute, quoted heavily during a story on doomsday prophecy. Gerald, thought we'd bring you in on this. What's going on these days with you?
Well, we're very busy, obviously, and, with the economy the way it is. And what people need to understand, George, and I'm understanding, is that they're just going to keep pumping money into this to keep it afloat. And there's no better example than what they're doing over in Europe. This is not a Greek bailout. All it is more debt on top of old debt. And we just saw the G20 meeting down in Mexico, and they want a bigger firewall. Isn't that a nice name? In case the European crisis worsens, which it's going to. Firewall, they want more money to give to the banks that are failing. And they come up with these names. We have QE2. Well, over in Europe, they have long-term refinancing operations. Here's one for you. We're going to loan the banks money. All they want for 3 years, basically at no interest rates, and they could loan it back to anybody they want and use that money to leverage it any way they want so they can make profit. So what's going on in Wyoming, for example, and as you mentioned, the USA Today article today that calls me a doomsdayer because I don't believe what's going on with the economy. There are a lot of people out there that see what's coming down, and they're preparing for it.
All right, Gerald, keep in touch with us. Gerald Celente, one of the best, his website, part of our Twitter feed at coasttocoastam.com.